Hello students, welcome to session 2 of class 10th biology. I am your biology teacher Meenakshi. Students, in the last video we discussed transportation in plants. This is one of the topics of chapter number 1, life processes. Transportation in plants takes place by the special tissues, that is xylem and phloem. Transportation through xylem is called ascent of sap and transportation through phloem is called translocation. In today's video, we will discuss transportation in animals and specifically human circulatory system. Students, human circulatory system consists of three parts: the blood vessels and the heart. Let us discuss these components one by one. First, blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. A connective tissue, as we have studied in class 9th, is a type of tissues that helps in binding various types of tissues. In an average human being, there is about 5 to 5.5 liters of blood, and blood has two components: the plasma, that is the fluid matrix, and the blood cells called the blood corpuscles. The blood plasma forms 55 to 60% of the blood, whereas blood corpuscles form 40 to 45% of the blood. There are three types of blood corpuscles: RBCs, known as erythrocytes, WBCs, leukocytes, and platelets called thrombocytes. Plasma. The composition of plasma is, it contains 90 to 92% water, 1 to 2% inorganic salts, and 7 to 8% of organic compounds. And the function of plasma is to transport food, carbon dioxide, and nitrogenous waste in the dissolved form. Now next is the cellular components, that is the blood cells. Let us take them one by one. Number 1, erythrocytes, that is RBCs. Erythrocytes are red colored cells because they contain a respiratory pigment called hemoglobin. The shape of RBCs is biconcave, concave from both the sides, disc-like structures. This type of structure, this type of shape helps to increase the surface area for binding oxygen and for easy flow in the plasma. Function of RBCs: transportation of oxygen by the respiratory pigment hemoglobin that is present in the RBCs. The second type of cells are leukocytes, that is WBC. These are colorless cells. Shape, either they are round in shape or they are irregularly shaped cells. And very important feature of WBCs is that they have an amoeboid shape, a shape that can be changed. The function of WBC, student, is number 1, formation of antibodies which kills or neutralize germs that enter our body, and number 2, helps in destroying foreign particles. Foreign particles are the pathogens that enter the body, and specifically bacteria, by the process of phagocytosis. This word we are already familiar with. This we have studied in class 9, that phagocytosis means engulfing solid food particles. The third type of blood corpuscles are thrombocytes, that is blood platelets. Again, these are also colorless cells. They have oval or round shape, and very important function of thrombocyte is they play a major role in blood clotting. How? By releasing a chemical called thromboplastin. Next topic is, what are the functions of blood? Number 1, transportation of nutrients from the part of the body where it is digested, that is small intestine, to each and every cell of the body. Number 2, transportation of respiratory gases. The two type of respiratory gases are carbon dioxide and oxygen. Third function is transportation of body secretions, that is hormones, from the gland where they are secreted to the target site where these hormones are required. The next function is regulation of body temperature. Regulation of body temperature is done by distributing the heat from the point where it is produced to different parts of the body. The next important function, defense against infection. Students, just now we have discussed the function of WBCs, that they play a very important role in the immunity by producing antibodies and by engulfing the foreign particles. The next function of blood is transportation of waste products, where to the part of the body where they will be excreted, that is to the excretory system. Next function of blood is prevention of blood loss by forming a blood clot at the site of injury, and specifically this is the function of blood platelets. The next topic is blood vessels. Student, blood vessels is a system of tubes through which the blood flows. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. Let us see the features and the characteristics of these blood vessels. Arteries carry blood from heart to body parts, and veins carry blood from body parts to heart. Number 2, arteries always carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means oxygen rich blood, except pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood. On the contrary, veins always carry deoxygenated blood, except the pulmonary vein, which carries oxygenated blood. The third feature of arteries is the blood flows with high speed and under high pressure in the arteries. And the reason for this is arteries have very thick walls and their internal hollow space, that is called the lumen, is very narrow. Because of this feature, the blood always flows under speed and under high pressure in the arteries. Whereas in the veins, the blood flows with low speed and low pressure, and the reason for that is the veins have very thin walls and a wide lumen. The next feature of arteries is valves are absent in arteries, whereas valves are present. And what are the function of valves in veins? That they prevent backward flow of blood. Now here we can understand it from the structure of valve. The valve is followed by the inward folding of the inner walls of the veins. Once the blood flows in the upward direction, it pushes the walls, which enables the blood to move in the forward direction, and after that temporarily these walls close, which prevents the backward flow of blood. The characteristics of capillaries. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels. These are microscopic vessels. Walls of capillaries are very thin. Usually it is 1 cell thin, which facilitates the exchange of food, respiratory gases and waste between blood and tissues.